This is Berlin, a city that witnessed some of history's greatest triumphs and its deepest scars.
It wasn't built to protect people. It was built to separate them. And for 28 years, it divided not just a city, but families, dreams, and an entire world.
At first glance, this may seem like the story of a wall, but history is never written by walls. It's written by the people who dared to live, to hope, and to fight for freedom. And this is one of those stories.
But one night, everything collapsed in just a few hours. After World War II, Germany was divided into two parts, East and West. East Germany was controlled by the Soviet Union. West Germany was supported by the United States and its allies. But there was a problem. Millions of people were escaping from East to West.
Doctors, engineers, and skilled workers were leaving East Germany. So in 1961, the government made a decision that would change history.
Overnight, soldiers began building a wall through the city of Berlin. At first, it was just barbed wire, then concrete blocks, then a massive wall. Families woke up separated. Some people were trapped on the wrong side forever. The wall was not just concrete. It was fear made physical. For years, people lived on two different sides of reality. In West Germany, people could travel freely and choose the life they wanted. In East Germany, every journey, every newspaper, and even every opinion was closely controlled. The West was becoming richer every year, with growing businesses, modern cities, and stores filled with products. Meanwhile, many families in the East faced shortages, long waiting lines, and an uncertain future. While one side dreamed about new opportunities, the other dreamed about freedom itself. And that difference kept growing until it became impossible to ignore. In East Berlin, leaving the country was illegal. Some people risked everything just to cross, and many never made it. The wall had guards, cameras, and even armed towers. In 1989, pressure across Eastern Europe was growing. People demanded freedom. Governments were losing control. Then came November 9th, 1989. During a live press conference, East German government spokesperson Günter Schabowski mistakenly announced that new travel regulations would take effect immediately. In reality, the government had planned to introduce them later, but his words made millions believe the border was open right away. He never intended to bring down the Berlin Wall. During the press conference, a journalist asked him, "When do these new travel regulations take effect?" Günter Schabowski glanced down at his notes, paused for a moment, and replied, "As far as I know, immediately, without delay." Within minutes, television stations across East Germany broadcast his words. People couldn't believe what they had just heard. Thousands rushed toward the border crossings, expecting to be stopped. But the guards had received no clear orders. They hesitated, they waited, and finally, they opened the gates. That single moment changed history forever. And within minutes, everything exploded. And then it happened. People started breaking the wall with their own hands. In just a few hours, a wall that stood for 28 years disappeared.
But what really fell that night was not just a wall. It was an entire era.
Subscribe to the channel, because this is where forgotten moments come back to life. Stories of power, stories of collapse, and stories of people who changed the world without even knowing it. The next story might change the way you see history forever. Don't miss it.